Woohoo!
Hi, everybody. Welcome. It's our weekly podcast. One day late.
One day late.
One day late, but that's okay because we were late because Cheryl was doing fun stuff. And
I was off in
you can talk about that. Give us the whole lowdown of your weekend.
Oh, well, it's not that overly exciting, but I'm just trying to find our
See the
I'm
chat.
just going to YouTube so I can
here. So I'll tell so anybody who's finding us for the first time tonight, we go live usually Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the Fibre Friends, we host monthly challenges. This month, July, is all about yarn dyeing. Next month, August, we're doing a shawl knit along, the Orange Crush shawl knit along. And we'll
we should probably take one step back and say that we are the Fibre Friends.
Oh, we're the Fibre Friends.
We are the Fibre Friends. I'm Cheryl from My Needle Crafts, in case you've never been here before.
That's right. I'm Louise from Wildflower Bowl. So and together we are the Fibre Friends.
We are.
Yay. So we have a really good community here. A lot of knitters, a lot of yarn dyeings going on. We have a Facebook group, Fibre Friends Friday Night Knitting. We got lots of knitting goodness happening there all week long. So that's something you might want to check out. And we're also on Instagram, and we use the hashtag Fibre Friends Podcast and Fibre Friends Challenge for all of your pictures, your in progress and your finishes for our monthly challenges.
Yay.
Well, hello, everybody. Okay, so I see Nikki and Liz, Nita. Hi, Nita. Danielle and Sally and Susie and Mark
and Catherine. Hi, everybody. Ooh,
so what
Susie's
should we
from Las Vegas?
I know. I kind of invited myself down to see her.
Well, yeah, why not, right?
You know, maybe it'll actually happen, Susie. Don't worry. I'm not going to like show up on your doorstep unannounced, but that would be kind of fun to meet up, wouldn't it?
Oh, Susie Willis. Two Susies.
Hi, Susie. So let's see here. So we got yarn dyeing. I know you haven't done any yarn dyeing because you just had a big event this weekend that you were busy sewing for.
I was, yeah. I went camping for a week and then I sewed like crazy. And now I've been gone for the weekend. Vending at Art in the Burn in Dorchester, Ontario. It was a 2-day event. It was a big art type show. I don't want to say like crafts because I don't know. I like to say art and different artists and all their wares and the, makers and it just some really beautiful things. Yeah,
it was. So. Eric and I went yesterday and walked around. It was the first time I'd ever been there. I've heard about it people always talking about it, but I had never gone, and it was nice. I was really surprised at how many vendors there were. And like you said,
300.
How many?
Like 300 vendors.
Wow. Yeah. There was a lot. Eric found every baked good tent there was.
He likes his food.
Oh my gosh. And there was some jewelry. There was a woman there with succulent planters. Oh my gosh, I loved her booth. There was a lot of fun stuff. There was some knitting and crocheting there. I saw one table, she had all kind of like crocheted toys and octopuses and stuff. And another woman had weaving, which was really nice.
Yeah, I saw that inside the one building.
In rugs, yeah. I really, really, really liked her stuff too. Lots of jewelry, lots of soaps and essential oils and wood and iron work. There was plant stands and just a lot. Very, very creative.
If you can dream it up, it was probably there.
Yeah. A lot of and painting.
Yes.
Watercolors, acrylics, that kind of thing. I talked to one woman who did beautiful floral pictures. They were gorgeous. I
saw those. Yeah. And there was a couple of people who did like, I don't know if this is the wrong term to call it, but I want to say glass blowing, but that like it was glass work anyway with the, and they made like little trinkets out of glass.
I didn't see that booth.
There were two different ones. So there was one down from me in that row across from me, and then way over in the other side of the building at the far side, there was someone else who they just had a smaller booth, and it was all just white glass, like clear glass. And they were
Really?
little miniatures of different animals and whatnot. Yeah,
Wow.
really cool. So.
And your headband. I
Oh,
saw,
thanks, Anne.
I saw a girl with the headbands.
Yeah, my next door neighbor at the show was selling these nifty headbands. They have like a wire in them, so my hair is probably bad, but it holds its shape. So it's just like a stretchy fabric, but it has this rubber wire thing in it. So it'll stay in place on your head, and it doesn't have to be tight to keep it in place. And
that's a great idea.
Yeah, and it looks
so
okay when you
cute.
have short hair, and it just,
Looks really cute.
So I bought 4 of them.
Well, why not?
Well, I had to get a pink one for Jordan because she loves pink, my youngest.
Oh.
And my older daughter will think they're absolutely ridiculous. So
yeah,
okay.
I cannot see Adrienne wearing that. No. Not her style. Totally Jordan, not Adrienne.
Yeah, she's like jeans and band t-shirt kind of girl.
Yeah. It's okay. Oh, Alice and Anne are here, and Diane. And East Coast Stitcher. I'm not sure what your name is, but welcome.
Alice has been spinning for Tour de Fleece.
Oh, yes. You should dye some of the fiber. Yes, you should dye some of the fiber. I got set up this weekend for dyeing, and I didn't get as much done because I kept going away, and can't dye when you're not at home, Cheryl. It's like,
I know.
Anyway, I know. But anyways, I dyed 3 skeins, and I have at least 2 or 3 more that I want. Oh, at least 3 more. Oh, maybe I need, anyways, at least 3 more that I want to do. So I was playing around with Kool-Aid.
Yeah. So who's East Coast Stitcher? I don't know what their name is.
No, I don't know.
You'll have to tell us. So I'm going to say that, yes, you could probably dye linen with Kool-Aid because we dye cotton with Kool-Aid, do we not? Oh, no, it's wool because it has citric acid.
Yes. And somebody had left a message said about linen, and I meant to get back and leave them a message and saying, if it's a blend, there has to be some animal protein.
Okay.
Wool, cashmere, alpaca. If it's plant fiber, I don't think it will work. Now, having said that, sometimes it does, because I know sometimes some people have dyed acrylic with like acid dyes or something, and it's technically not supposed to work, but it did hold the dye. So I don't know. You could try the linen, but it is not supposed to. Oh, Linda,
so are you talking linen fabric or linen yarn?
See, when we use the cotton, you put salt in as a mordant with the
right.
So I don't know if you put, because the Kool-Aid has already got the food coloring and the citric acid.
Yeah.
I don't know if you like put salt in there, if that may be some chemical reaction thing, like a science experiment. I don't know if you want to do that. Probably not. But I mean, you could try it. Worst thing it's going to do, it'll just rinse out.
Fabric.
So you could try it, Linda. It would be, it may just not take all of it. Some of it may rinse out. You may get a light color. If it all rinses out, then you'll know, and just dye it again with some RIT and salt. Or just start with
Instagram. Sorry.
Or
she says that was me on Instagram.
Was it? Okay, good.
Did I see something on it? I probably didn't see it.
It was she left me a comment under one of my Kool-Aid posts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And yeah, try it on scraps because you may get a light color.
Just one sec.
Oh,
We're podcasting, Chris. Live on YouTube. He's playing with the dog. Oh, there we go.
that's the thing with lives. You get the full experience.
Oh yeah, welcome to my crazy house.
Yeah, so
Cookie
try
time.
scraps. It would be, you'll have to let us know. But
Yeah, try it on
chances
some
are
straps.
it might not.
Well, add some salt in just in case.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I dye my linen fabric with RIT dye with salt. That's how I've done
Yeah.
all of my.
And they turned out
Sorry,
great.
linen and cotton. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to, I always have grand plans and then life gets in the way. But this weekend, can I show you some pictures? Since
Alice
I
is
can't.
having trouble.
Oh no, I know. I saw Alice. I saw you posted. So you're going to dye some wool with Kool-Aid. So that'll be fun. So I did a little experiment. Well, not really experiment, but I came up with a really cool picture. Can you see?
Yes, with all your little cups.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So then
I saw that.
So I just wanted to see how the colors, I don't know what one package would do. So I've ended up with two of the skeins. I've done two colors because one package, there wasn't enough dye in it. It was really light. I don't know what the intensity was really light. The blue, what did I do? Tropical punch. Which one did I do? Mixed berry. I did the mixed berry. It had lots of dye in there. So I did most of the skein. I did all of the skein, but I did kind of gradient. So do you want to see what I did? We'll see if I can remember what I did. Now, the stuff I was out with my mom and my aunt today, so I didn't actually hang this stuff up to dry. So it's not dry. I don't know if it's dripping, but those are the first two that I did. And I posted pictures of those in the Facebook group. So let me see if I can pick them up a little bit.
Oh, I missed it.
Okay, look.
Oh, yeah.
So I did dip dyeing.
Yep.
So with the blue here, this was one package of, what did I say? The tropical punch mix. No. Mixed berry.
Yes.
So mixed berry. And then I put in about half, just dipped it. So I got, this much of the bottom of the skein in the dye, pulled it out, put it back in, pulled it out, put it back in. And then next time I did, a little bit more in, pulled it out, and then a little bit more in.
I think that's how I dyed one of my cotton last year.
So. Okay, we'll see if I get dripped on. I guess if I do, I do. So there's the darkest end.
Oh yeah, that looks so good.
And then it gets a little lighter. And I was going to save this end to dye a different color, but the dye pot wasn't totally exhausted. There was still a little bit of dye in there. So I just dunked the rest of this in, and then I just let it simmer. Even though most of the dye was pretty much gone, I let it simmer for 6 minutes.
With the whole thing in the water at the end.
Whole thing in at the end, set a timer for 6 minutes, and it's just a really light mint green color. So, and that
turned out really nice.
Yes. So probably if I had dunked the whole thing in, I think I would have gotten just like a solid lightish blue instead of concentrating most of it down here.
Did you say it's minty green on that one end?
Yeah.
Because it mixed with the natural sort of yellowish tone of the fiber?
Probably, maybe. And I think it was just, there was not very much dye left in the dye pot. It was just a really light, a little bit of the blue left in there.
So I wonder what would have happened if you did it reverse, dunked the whole thing quickly and then dunked most of it and then,
Yeah.
a little more and
I
more, like less each
Yeah.
time.
It seems it really takes the dye up quick. So I would think if I dunked the whole thing in,
It
and
would
pulled
grab it
good,
all.
I think it would have sucked most of it all up, and
Yeah.
might have got a bit of gradient a little bit, but I think most of it would have just absorbed immediately.
So, or maybe try, instead of in and out, maybe just in and just keep going in like really slow.
I think there's
You could try a million things.
I could go to Lens Mills, I could buy them out of Kool-Aid and try all this stuff.
And natural yarn.
Yes. So this, and my yarn is really an off-white because I'm using the Patton's Classic Wool. So it's their Aran colorway, which isn't a white. It's really a cream off-white, but that's all right. So this was my second one. And this was Strawberry Kiwi was the red, and the yellow was
some pineapple something or other, maybe.
peach mango.
Oh, there you go.
Let me just double check. Let me look. I took pictures of all of it so I would remember.
The best thing about Kool-Aid dyeing is that it smells amazing.
And this one, the oops. Okay, here we go. Yes, mixed berry was the blue, and strawberry kiwi was the pink, and peach mango. Peach mango smelt the best of all of them. It smelled so good. Yeah, and I really like the color of this peach mango. And this actually turned out pretty much how I wanted it to turn out. Kind of a peachy, pinky color and some yellow. So I really, really like this. I would try to replicate this.
Yeah, that's nice.
Dripping.
Oh, you're dripping?
I'm dripping.
Oh, we got a couple of comments. Okay, so Diane is saying striking the yarn breaks the color in the dye. Do you know what that means, striking the yarn?
This stuff, so when hold on. So breaking the dye. So I know that happens. I haven't had that happen with the Kool-Aid yet, but I know with the Wilton's cake icing dyes, so it breaks apart. So, like you've got artificial food coloring, like you've got red 40 and yellow 5, yellow 6. So all of the food colorings in there, and then it'll separate. So sometimes if you're trying to get a black, most times you end up with a blue and a green. You don't get black, the colors separate.
Yeah. So what does striking the yarn mean? Am I missing
something? So I think
something?
that's just like, so are you meaning just like when it, like usually when they say strike it, that's when it like sucks it up. Unless you're meaning something different. Striking the yarn breaks the colors in the dye.
So Sally wants to know, do you mix the Kool-Aid, then put it on the yarn?
So I put in a big pot, I put about 8 cups of water. And then once I got up to a simmer, just when you started to see a little bit of bubbles happen, just
heat it up.
Then I just poured the 1 package of Kool-Aid in, stirred it up, and then put the pre-soaked wet fiber in, and then just started dunking it. And it didn't take long. Like that strawberry kiwi was a week. Could call it a week dye bath. Like it only dyed half the skein and not even all of it. And it sucked it up within 30 seconds, a minute. I put a spoon in the water and it was clear. It had just absorbed all of that dye.
So, Diane says striking is the dipping action when you do it several times.
Okay. And find that it breaks the dye. Yeah, I haven't had a problem with that. So, at least not that I know of. I mean, I like how it's turned out so far. So good. Yeah. The only thing I would change next time is the strawberry kiwi. I would probably use at least 2 packets to try to get more of the pink color.
Because it's kind of pale, right?
Yeah, it is. And it didn't dye as much of the yarn. And even the one end, so, you know, like you've got it tied. So you've got your skein of yarn. So you've got two halves, right, where they're tied, and you dunk them in. The outside of the yarn was nice and pink. But then when I turned the skein around so I could get the other end of it, when I opened it up, the inside of was still white. So that pink just got the outside of the skein. It didn't absorb all the way in. So I would put more in next time. So to get more of it. Okay. So Diane's saying striking is fun, gives you.
Yeah. So Alice.
Oh, gives you okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Alice said she had heard someone suggest dyeing the cake to get a gradient. And last year we did try that.
Yep.
You got to be careful how big your cake is, because the outside takes up all the dye and then you don't get like anything in the inside. The
center, I've done a skein like this, and kind of more just at the end when it, and usually I've done it with natural dyes, when you've got a lot of dye in your dye pot and you want to use it all up and exhaust it. And I remember one time I kept throwing skeins in. It was when we were doing indigo dyeing, and the stuff, it was just so much dye. Finally, I just grabbed a skein like this and I put it in. And it turned out one of the best yarns that I dyed. And when I put it in there, I put my tongs in the center of the ball to kind of try to open it up to get some of the dye down in the center. But it is a fun way. You can do that too. Yeah. It's all just experimenting. It is, as long as you don't want it to boil, right? Because you've got wool or some kind of alpaca. Yeah, natural. Yeah, you don't want it to will shrink. But you know, I can't, knock on wood. I've dyed a lot over a lot of years, and I have never felted anything. And well, it's the agitation mostly, right? Yeah, you need agitation, and you need the heat. And then if you shock it, right? If you and you're going to agitate, I guess, more like if you're boiling it, the fibers are going to start moving around. But because I get distracted. I've got it in the pot, it's simmering away. I go do something and I come back and it's boiling. It's like, oops, but it's never ever actually felted it. I've never had anything that hasn't been unusable. So I saw somebody ask about, do you keep the heat on all the time? I do. I just keep it just at a high simmer, just so you can just start to see a few little bubbles in the water. And let it sit. I picked 6 minutes because it was the dye bath was already clear, but I just wanted the heat to set it. So I picked 6 minutes. I rinsed these skeins and not one drop of color came out of them. Yeah. So I wanted to mention that last July when we did our dyeing, we posted a bunch of different links and stuff, right, to Chem Knits and what some different ones for that you can see tutorials on YouTube that they've done if you've never tried it before. Yeah, Chem Knits has got tons. I think on last week's video, I left a link just to her channel. And then once you get on her channel, then you can search within her channel and you can type Kool-Aid, food coloring, acid dyes, whatever. Yeah. And she's got tons of videos. But Kool-Aid food coloring is the same thing. I mean, food coloring, you just need to know how many drops of food coloring you actually need in your pot. If you can get a hold of Kool-Aid, it's so easy. And I have to say, I love this because I'm just doing this in the kitchen with all of my pot, like my pans and stuff. Right, because it's food safe. Food safe. So it's great. And I have one more. I just finished this one. Oh, I have been busy. So this one. I want that. It looks like watermelon. Doesn't it? So I tried to kind of matches my cup in my kitchen. Oh, Susie's saying the Essence of Autumn also has great series on acid dyes. Oh, fantastic, Susie. Okay, I'll try to remember. I want to go watch some of her videos, and I'll put a link down below for anybody who wants to see that. Oh, Anne's got us on the TV. Oh boy.
I know.
Oh, fun.
Did we get in really close?
Okay, so Susie's given some good information here. So she says she's done Kool-Aid straight from the package and in small squeeze containers. The light colors take more to get the same intensity. 3 orange and 2 reds for 2 skeins of yarn. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just playing around with one to see what one will give me.
That's
But
pretty.
yeah, this one is, yes. And I just did this. So I know this is lemon lime. When do you know it? Hold on. Good job. I took pictures of everything. Lemon lime and I don't know.
So are you going to hang this all outside to dry then?
Probably in the bathroom
Oh, okay.
or on my clothes, on my drying rack.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Strawberry lemonade.
Oh, there you go.
Lemon lime and strawberry lemonade. So it gave,
Very pretty.
it did. It got a nice pink. So let me hold it up.
Oh, so it's pink. It looks peachy colored.
Well,
on
the
the
top
screen
part,
to me.
the top part is kind of a peachy color. It's very light.
Pretty. I love it.
And I made these skeins really, really big because I wanted them to be fairly as thin as they could be.
Yeah.
So there's,
So you'll have nice long repeats when you knit with that. That'll be
that's
nice.
what I'm hoping. Yes. And I just wanted it for the dye to be able to get all the way through the skein. So the green, it's got a nice dark end and then it gets lighter and lighter. So I think it's going to look pretty too. So I haven't
It
dyed
is. I
this,
love
or I haven't
that green
rinsed
is
it.
beautiful.
I know. And you know what? The green is one package that I had left over from last year because I did not see any green at Lynn's Mills this year.
Oh, I think my kids might have drank all my Kool-Aid. I haven't looked in the bin to see if I have any left.
Drinking it? How dare they?
Yeah. What the heck were they thinking?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's see here. What have we got here? Oh, Sally said for her, she used a steamer pot for about 20 minutes or microwave 30 seconds several times until the water is clear. Yeah. And you can do it either any way, right? I've used a steamer. Go to the dollar store, get a steamer, and then take your skein of yarn, wrap it in saran wrap, and steam it. You can put like 4 skeins in there and steam them. You can microwave. When I microwave, I do 2 minutes on and 2 minutes off. So I put it in like a 9x13 pan or an 8x8 pan or whatever you've got. Put it in your microwave and microwave it for 2 minutes. Let it sit for 2 minutes. So usually what I do is I've got 2 of them on the go at a time. So I put one color in the microwave and microwave it for 2 minutes, take it out, put another color in, do it for 2 minutes, and then just keep alternating them for 6 or 8 minutes until the water is all clear. So yeah, so that's good. That's a good way to do it, Susie. And Nikki, what says you soak your yarn and lay out the skein and sprinkle the Kool-Aid powder over to get speckles. Yes.
The Kool-Aid.
That's
the Kool-Aid.
And it's so funny because back when I first started dyeing, speckles was like this huge no-no because it meant that you hadn't mixed up your dye. It hadn't all dissolved and you had chunks of dye. And if you got speckles on there, it was like, it went in, well, you over dyed it or you didn't do anything.
You were ahead of your time.
It was garbage. Yeah. So it's funny, right? How kind of somebody's mistake realized they're like, oh, this actually looks kind of cool, right? So that's a good idea, Nikki, sprinkling it on. Oh, Liz, not your colors, but you like your green. Well, maybe the next ones will be your color because, well, no, I've got oranges coming up, but I do have some purple. I've got, oh, do you want to see what I'm going to do next? Want to see my plan?
Susie says that people should post pictures and put the recipe of what they did with their picture, and then other people can try doing the same thing.
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea. Okay, let's see what you got.
Yes. Oh, okay, Susie, I like your ideas. Okay. I've got my little containers here. So this is my next one. I am going to do cherry and orange. So one half orange, one half cherry, and then in the middle, they'll probably blend together. So that's going to be one skein. And what's this one? Oh, Tropical Punch. Now this one, I'm sure this is the one that turns red. Package is blue, but I'm sure it turns red.
That's the one that I used for my socks.
Was okay. Yeah, so it's definitely red.
And you can always sprinkle a little tiny bit, just a speck or two in some water to see.
I could, but
yeah,
I'm sure I'm planning on it being red. And then this one is the pineapple.
Nice.
So can you see through I'm trying not to spill them. So I've got saran wrap over them because all I can imagine is me setting them somewhere and either me knocking it over
or the cat.
Daisy. So yeah, I'm excited to see. I really want to see what pineapple, how yellowy or orangey that one turns out. Has anybody tried pineapple, either drinking it or drying with it? And I wonder how it smells.
Probably amazing.
I know. And the one that I really want to try is, oh my gosh, I can smell it. Mango. Look how
quit smelling it.
And grape. So what I want to try and do is do one end orange, one end gray. And I'm thinking if I can mix them, because this is going to have a lot of dye in there because it's a really dark gray, kind of a gray purpley color. I'm wondering if the purple and the orange, if they blend together, if it will give me a bit of a gray color. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Oh, the grape. The grape smells really good.
Smell-o-vision. Hold it up.
Well, I know, if only you guys could smell it, but trust me, the mango was amazing. It smelled so good. I was like disappointed when I put a little dish soap in it to get the smell and like all the flavoring stuff out of it. I was kind of bummed when it came out just smelling like dish soap. Oh, Susie, Susie said the Tropical Punch and orange is what you use on the 2 skeins for next month's shawl. Oh, that's going to look so pretty. Okay, Tropical Punch and orange. So yeah, so a red and an orange. Nice.
Rainbow Daisy.
I know. Oh my God. Could you imagine the mess that would make if she like rolled in it? Okay, so Diane used Tintex. Okay, so did you find that worked just like Rick did then? So you mixed the powder with water for the main color and then added darker powder, sprinkled on top to deepen it. See, I just feel like I want to just keep doing this every weekend. I don't know. It's fun. I'm having fun. Maybe I'll get tired. Maybe I'll get tired of it. But right now I'm really having fun.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, it is. And so far, 3 out of 3 skeins I'm happy with, which means that maybe my luck is about to run out and maybe I'll end up with something that's not going to turn out how I want. But
well, then you just dye over it.
Exactly. I think it'll be fine. So I'm going to do 1 or 2 more skeins yet tonight. I've got this one here. I'm just working on scanning it up. It's the only, well, one of the problems with the classic wool, right, is it comes in a ball, so you have to skein it first. I may do an order and just get some undyed yarn already in the skein, because that would be so much quicker. But that's all right. I've got lots of patents classic wool, so I'm just going to keep using it up. So do you have any dyeing plans?
Not yet. I haven't had time to think yet.
Okay.
I'll keep you posted.
All right.
On Saturday morning. We'll see what happens between now and then.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I'm hoping I'm going to have a few more skeins. I mean, during the week, I probably won't maybe get too much or any done, but I'm hoping I'll get 2 more done tonight. So I'll be able to show those to you next week. And next week, I want to move into, I'm not sure if I want to actually just do food coloring or the cake icing dyes again, because they're really fun because there's more colors to choose from than Kool-Aid. And then I want to do a weekend of acid dyeing. And I'd like to do solar dyeing. There's a lot of things that I want to do. So we'll see what happens. Donna, how are you?
Hi, Donna.
Nice chatting with you. Oh, Diane says, so Tintex, very much like RIT, just add water.
Yeah. So you do have to add your mordant.
Yes, with the Tintex.
With the RIT and Tintex, yeah.
And you do too, if you move into just using food coloring, you need some vinegar or
salt, depending on what you're dyeing.
Yes. Yeah. And the food, Wilton's cake icing, the jars that have the paste in them, they need some vinegar is easy. If you have some citric acid, you can use that too, but vinegar is easier to come by, I think. Yeah, Diane's saying vinegar. I know, it is so fun. And people have been posting in the Facebook group, which is amazing because I love seeing the color combinations that people are coming up with.
Ooh, Cindy or Susie, that sounds really nice. I love orange.
Oh, and yes, and it was burnt orange. Oh, look, pumpkin colored. Oh, a cotton yarn. That's nice.
Thanks, Donna. It's my little hairband I got at the show this weekend.
Yeah, and your new short haircut.
On my new very short hair.
Yeah,
it's all shaved up underneath.
You're all ready for summer.
It is. It's nice and cool, that's for sure. And my mom's really bummed out because I can just wash it and go and it looks good. And hers is short and she washes it and it all sticks up straight all over the place. I got the good hair, Mom. Sorry.
I don't know. I think
I must have got it from my dad.
Oh, Haley. Oh, Turtle Burger Crochet and Knitting Podcast.
Wow. Who is that? You better tell us who you are.
Yes.
Turtle Burger. That
I like
is
that.
A very interesting name.
And I can't remember. I'm sure I know you've told us her name before, and I'm sorry. I forget.
Yeah, I'm terrible. I forget names of everybody.
Oh, I know all this dyeing is very fun. Have I done any knitting this week?
That was my next question.
Yeah, actually, I have done some, not really as much as I wanted because I've been dyeing instead of knitting. But I have been working on the Orange Crush shawl. So we'll get the pattern. I'll get the pattern up, I don't know, maybe next weekend. We'll see. But
that looks so good. That looks so different than the orange one.
It does, doesn't it? I love how this yarn is knitting out.
So hold it up close. Oh, there we go. Now we can see the texture.
Yeah.
That looks so good. It looks squishy and warm.
It feels really nice. I'm liking it. So I'm going, and I've got, my balls. Getting squishy. It's about half gone.
So what are you knitting that with, Louise?
This is some yarn I got from Mary Maxim a few years ago. It's called Tropical Breeze Sock Yarn. And it's called, the colorway is Puddle Jumper, which I absolutely love.
Puddle jumper.
Puddle Jumper. I think it's probably a 75-25. Yeah. Superwash. And I'm using a 4mm needle. So this skein of this shawl, I'm going to do 2 skeins is my plan, at least 1.5 balls. I'll see if I go the full 2. The orange one, it's over there. The orange, do you want to see it? I can show you the orange one. It was just a 1 skein version. And it knit up nice, but it's just a, shorter.
Brittany says that's a beautiful shawl.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this is the first one that I did. So this is a 1 skein of Leo and Roxy. So there it is. And that's how long it is. And that's how wide it is. So it's just a nice little scarf.
I love it. That's the size and style that I like, a longer, skinnier shawl.
Yeah.
I find them much easier to wear.
It is very wearable, perfect for just inside your coat. So I want this next one to be a longer version. And then I think I'm also going to knit it in a worsted weight as well, because
Cool.
why not?
Why not? Right?
Yeah. So it's pretty flexible. You can really knit it with as much yarn as you want. Just pick your needle size and to match your yarn, and away you go.
Yeah. Oh, Brittany's going to try dyeing for the first time in her crock pot.
Oh, yeah, that works too. Yeah.
Nikki, did you catch what the yarn was?
Yeah, so with the shawl, Nikki?
I think the blue that you were,
Oh, the blue,
yes,
for the Mary Maxim sock yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Sally's asking, will I block the shawl?
Are you kidding? She won't.
You should always block your finished projects.
Just like you should always do a swatch.
That's right, but you should always do a swatch. But yes, I mean, you can. The orange one, I think I did maybe block. I don't know, honestly, if I did or if I've just been wearing it. But you don't really need to, because it's not like it's lace that needs to be opened up. So I think you can be fine without blocking it. But things always do look a little nicer, right? The stitches always look a little more even. You can tell, right? When somebody holds something up, you can tell if it's been blocked or not, right? So they always do look better blocked.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know.
Liz is laughing.
I know.
Well, I've done 2 rows on my shawl that I will have to block.
Yes, you will, because yours is all open.
But it's like 305 million stitches long. But I did do a row yesterday. Well, I did a half a row yesterday because that's all I could do before I wanted to fall asleep. But hold on, I got to make sure I'm on the right side to show you the right side. Oh. I haven't done that much more, but you definitely will need to block this too.
Yeah.
You can't even show it nicely.
There, we can get to see. So I like, it's scallopy, right? You've got the solid, and then you've got
so it has these gathers.
It's very pretty. Very pretty.
Yeah, it's sort of like a wavy. Anyway.
And you're into purple.
I'm just starting into a gray, a lighter gray. I just started. So I went from the purple, you can see here, there's a purple. So it just gradually gets lighter and lighter and lighter, and then goes back to darker, and then into the pinks again, and the darker gray.
Gorgeous.
So yeah. I love it. So I'll share, because I haven't shared it in a while. So it's Estella Yarns called Magic Shawl, and it's 50 merino wool, 50% cotton. and it's a big skein. It's like 680 meters, 744 yards. And this pattern is called Sweet Breeze Stole by Estelle, and it's free on their website.
Mhm.
And it was written for this yarn. Where did I get this? Oh, I picked this up at Wool and Silk in Shelburne in the
Yes.
summer or in the spring. So yeah, I haven't touched it in a little while, and I thought I need to do some because I really like working on it. So I'll get another repeat done. It's a lot of stitches though.
Well, but it looks really nice. Okay, you guys. Okay, we'll keep talking. I was
I'm
pushing
looking to
buttons.
see how many. Oh, 363 stitches across.
Yeah, that's a fair amount.
And I ripped my pattern.
Oh no. Oh, there. I was playing with buttons and I lost the
Oh
pen.
no, don't touch anything.
No, I know. And then I was afraid to touch too many more things in case I like ended the whole thing. So, but anyways, phew, it's back. I can
Oh,
see.
thanks, Brittany. Yeah, it's all that's how the skein comes.
It is
And it just
really
stripes.
pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, so Nikki asked what the fiber content. So sock, both of them are sock yarn, Nikki. They're both the 75-25. Well, I shouldn't say that. They're both wool and nylon. I don't know what the Leo and Roxy is. Leo and Roxy might be an 80-20.
That's what
that-
I was
does
just
that
gonna
answer?
guess.
Yeah, I think it's an 80-20. Keep your fingers off the buttons. I know. It's like, oh, anyways, but I fixed it. So I feel super smart.
That's right.
Oh, Nikki, you've all been sick. So you treat yourself to
Oh,
a new
no.
cast on. Oh,
Well,
find your
yeah.
fade. Yeah.
So
Perfect.
while I was sitting in my booth,
Yes.
I needed something simple to knit on. So my ketchup and mustard socks
Yeah.
that I can't not see anymore. Ketchup and mustard. So
Mine-
I got my heel all done.
Did you? Oh, look. Oh my God. You were almost done.
I know, right? So I do 51 rounds after the gusset decreases.
Yeah.
And I think I'm at like 40. So I only got about 10 more rounds and then my toe.
Oh, that's
and then I got another finished sock. And this is the Dainty Sock, right? Is that what it's called?
Yep, with the picot edge on the top.
Yes, the Dainty Sock. And it is by, I want to say Andrea Mowry. No. Oh, Lisa Much.
Lisa Much. Yes.
That was close, right?
You were close. One of those designers everybody knows. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
I already knit a pair, if you didn't see it back like a month ago or whatever, the green ones I did. And I love them and they fit so good. And this heel is a little bit different. I'm not typically, I'm usually a toe up kind of person with an afterthought heel. And I've kind of been liking the change of doing the heel flap and gusset. And this is not a slip stitch. See, don't get all excited. Louise is all excited. See, ketchup and mustard yarn. I don't know what it's called, Liz. I inherited it and
very pretty.
It's just a regular knit stockinette
Heel flap.
And then it has a square bottom.
Nice.
So I don't know if you can see, instead of the heel being sort of wedge shaped, it's square.
Yeah.
And I really like the way it fits. It's nice. And
that's good.
The other pair, what was the other pair I did of shorties? The purple ones I just did last.
The wish you were here.
Wish you were here. And they have more of a triangular shape heel, and they seem a lot more loosey goosey on me than these. These fit nice and snug, and the other ones are kind of big. But then again, not a slip stitch.
Yeah.
Heel flap. So that
Interesting.
might have something to do with it.
Yeah, it doesn't pull it in quite as much.
Yeah.
Well, I like the fact that you're playing around with the heels, right, and finding something that fits you the best.
Yeah, I'm having fun with the shorties, knitting one at a time, only because they're quick. Like much quicker than a full pair of socks. I think if I had to knit the whole, like a whole full size sock and then knit another,
Okay.
I get the
You
second
would.
sock syndrome
Mhm.
again, but
Well, no, be open to that.
I am enjoying it.
Good. That makes me happy.
Yeah, DPNs.
Susie, that's exactly. So Susie says she wants to try to mimic the ketchup and mustard. And
Oh,
that's
there
what
you go.
I was just thinking, that if we do the orange, like I've got orange and cherry, should give something close to that. All right, Susie, do you want a little challenge to see what we can come up with? Does anybody else want to try dyeing some ketchup and mustard yarn?
I will give you my thoughts on this yarn.
Yes.
I am going to say that this was dyed yellow first, and that the red was added on after.
Okay.
Because it is not a red, it is an orangey red.
Okay.
Where's
Well,
my
I
camera?
think that would be a fun little challenge, wouldn't it? To see who could come up, our own little version of ketchup and mustard, right? And if the colors are a little off, I mean,
well, yeah, and the yellow isn't even consistent either. So
is that like a little bit of white in there?
it's yellow, but it's just, sorry,
Taylor.
I keep forgetting the camera's up there and I'm holding it to the screen down here. It is yellow. It's just very, very pale.
Okay. Well, I mean,
yeah.
I mean, that's part of the fun, right? Is seeing all the different, oh yeah, there's lots of variation in that, isn't there?
A lot.
Yeah.
So it goes from deep mustard to like a really pale yellow, and the red sort of does the same thing.
Well,
but it's definitely not a cherry red.
Like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so then maybe this is what I will dye with this skein. Maybe I'll see what I can get.
So if you do the yellow first and then you add the cherry on, it might tone down, you know, because the cherry's a cool yellow or a cool red instead of a warm red.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just go by, well, and my tropical punch, it's going to be a red with my pineapple. That might be too orangey. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what. So Susie says she's up for it. Oh, Liz, you're working on shorties. Jelly Rolls. Oh, by Mara Catherine Briner. Oh, yay.
I have that pattern too. I've never tried it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that should be next on your list.
Maybe. Because I like that cuff. It's just knit a bunch of rows and then purl a bunch of rows and knit, and they kind of.
Oh, so you get like a little rolled?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, can I show some more stuff? Do you have anything else to show that you've been working on?
No, not really.
Oh, well, we'll make it the Cheryl show now.
I'll just, maybe I'll knit.
I don't have a lot to talk about, but I worked on some stitching last week because at the end of the day, when I'm done sewing, I need to do something that's kind of mindless. And I find stitching kind of fits the bill.
Oh, that's
so I packed this to take with me this weekend to go to the show.
Can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Absolutely.
Do you want to know what I have in Cheryl's divided shawl bag?
What?
You will never guess what I have in here.
No, I won't. Something blue. It's your new shawl you're working on.
Well, I have this. So I've got my shawl, my orange crush shawl. I have a map. I have a pair of scissors. I have a new darning egg that I found at a vintage antique store. Look how little
Nice.
it is. It's cute.
That is so cute. I need one of those.
So that's in there. And then on the other side of the divider,
Your
Is that-
scissors should be in the center so they don't poke anything.
yes, there is a zipper divider in there. Yes, there should be. So there's a sock on my Flexi Flips. I have a thingy,
Needle gauge.
needle gauge. And the one thing that I'm guessing none of you will have in your sock bag.
Candy. Oh, look at that, a creamer. That's beautiful.
So, but I know it was
All that in my shawl size bag.
all that in your shawl size bag.
You rock.
I know. So, yeah.
I finally sold another. I made 4 of those canvas ones in 4 different colors. And Trish got one last year. Louise got one for her birthday. I sold one yesterday and I got one left.
I love them. I love them.
Yeah.
Anyways, they hold lots, you guys, and not necessarily knitting stuff. And I'll put the
Creamer,
scissors.
just in case you need a creamer.
Well, you just never know, right?
You
I
never
know.
know. Uh-oh.
Anyways, sorry. I
Gilly.
just wanted to show everybody how versatile your bags are. Gilly's making himself, he's excited for probably people walking by, I'm guessing, right? Oh, Sally wants to know how you did at the show. Fiskars scissors. Oh, Liz, they have scissor guards. Yeah, that's probably, mine never do though. This was a Fiskars one, I think, right? It's an orange one. But yeah,
There.
I haven't ever
See if
had
he's
them.
done.
It is Fiskars. It's a nice
I
shirt.
think I should start, sorry.
Yeah, no, go.
And said, do we all need creamers in our knitting bags? And I was going to say I should see if I could source them and I'll sell one with all my bags.
Well, maybe can it could be, I don't know, it could be a scissor holder. It could be,
Stitch markers.
yeah, it could hold all your accessories.
If you
I
have
don't
a
know.
small, your mini skein, you could put in it like a yarn bowl.
Yeah, totally. I know.
Yes, that is, the creamer beats anything I've ever carried in my knitting bag, Liz says. Liz or Sally, well, hold on. Nikki, thank you. She's still loving her bag.
Good.
Sally, I did okay at the show. It wasn't a knitting show, so I didn't expect a whole lot, so it was okay. We had fun. Mom and I camped out and had a good time and went and did a lot of shopping. So, and I'm pretty sure there's a bag you wanted, Sally, and I think the one that you want, I still have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm liking, I know. I have,
gotta go. Just a sec.
okay. All right. Oh, Susie, I haven't tried your Cheryl bag yet, but you love the way it looks. Plan to use on your upcoming vacation. Oh my gosh. I'm on vacation, you guys. I have 4 more days to work. And then I have a week of vacation. So I am so looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. I've got lots of things planned. Part of it's going to be going up to the cottage again. So there'll be some knitting on the beach, which I cannot wait to do with my Cheryl bag. And maybe I will take my creamer, or maybe I won't. I don't know.
I had to get the leash. So he's on the leash sitting beside me being a good boy.
Oh. All right. So sorry. I totally distracted you from talking about your stitching. So
Okay. So I'm still working on my Lindy stitches. Beautiful
Yeah.
things. Anybody who hasn't seen it before, it says, "Oh, my darling, it's true. Beautiful things have dents and scratches too."
I like that.
So last time I showed it, I think I finished the bird, but he had no feet. So now you can't see my bird anymore, but he has feet right here. And I'm almost half done, or I am half done. This is the center of this urn here. The bowl part of the urn anyways.
Okay.
So that's a lot. There's a lot of stitching there because this piece is big and this is a lot of solid stitching. Oh, yay, Susie, on your vacation. That's awesome. So yeah, I worked on that last week. I took it with me. I did not touch it because way too tired. Yeah.
Oh, so, Susie. Oh yeah, so what Susie said, she has one more week of work too, and then vacation for her 23rd anniversary. That'll be nice.
Yes, I had a couple of visitors this weekend. Marg came to see me. She was like, first thing yesterday morning, she beat the rush, came and visited me, and Amber came and visited with me yesterday. So
that's nice.
Yeah, it was really nice. And then Louise came and visited with me.
I did visit with you for a little bit. I mostly chased Eric around, but
yeah, well.
Anyways, okay, but I want to see here. Mark says she was able to get a couple of Cheryl's bags.
Yeah. So
nice.
I can't show anything because they're still in the truck.
Oh, okay. You haven't. Yeah, I imagine as unloading on tomorrow's agenda.
No, I was just waiting for it to not be stifling hot outside anymore. Yeah. So I'll unpack it all when I get when it cools off a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have a couple acquisitions though, and they're not necessarily knitting related. From the show. This is knitting related, kind of.
Well, I was gonna say, could that be used as a project bag?
Well, yeah. So this is intended as a car trash bag to hang in your car, and it had knitting on it. And I'm like, I knew exactly what it was too when I saw it. I said, oh, and I ran over and she goes, do you know what that's for? And I said, absolutely. It's a car trash bag. And she said, you're right. She goes, you are the first person who actually knew what it was for. I said, yep, I've seen them before and I'm a knitter and I had to have it. I like it. So it doesn't work in my car the way it's intended because my gear shifter is back too far between the seats for it to hang over in the center console and, collect your stuff. But I might, because I might open this and put a snap on it, and then I can hang it around the headrest at the back of the seat beside in the passenger seat. Or I could use it as a project bag if I wanted to. Yeah. It's all squishy and padded and, I can make it myself, but
it looks too good to put garbage in there.
Well, you would put a bag in, I think.
No, but what happens if it leaked?
I just wouldn't put anything like that in it.
I would say use that as a project bag and just get a plastic bag and set that beside you and use that as your garbage can.
Yeah,
but it would look very nice in your truck as a trash bag too. So I guess you can
pick that up. And I feel really bad because I can't remember who the seller was that I bought it from. I'm sure I have a card somewhere, but I can't remember. And then I got the people beside me had all kinds of like wizarding, kind of Harry Potter-ish, Fantastic Beasts sort of knockoff, kind of, you know what I mean. anyways, I saw these little owls and I thought they were just so adorable. And they're sewn and he's got a flat bottom. So he sits and he's kind of crooked and they're just so whimsical and cute. I had to
I
get
think
one.
it's really cute.
It's adorable. Look.
I've knit ones like that.
Yep. Well, he's sewn and he's got button eyes. He's
That's
so quirky.
cute.
Anyway, so I got that. That's the only two handmade items I bought.
Well, I went to yesterday to the art show thinking, you know, I wasn't sure if I was really looking for anything. I just wanted to go look around mostly. And what do I find?
I think that's awesome.
I know, right? There was this booth that really it was an antique booth because her tags all say the Woodstock Antique Warehouse, or I don't know, whatever it is, which is a fantastic place to go to, by the way.
Oh, is that where she was from?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, I haven't been and I want to go so badly. We have to go together. We have to take the whole day to go though.
Oh yes, we do. You do. It's 3
It's
or
huge.
4 floors. It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I couldn't believe it. I walked in and there was all this stuff, and I looked on the bookshelf and I'm like, seed stitch, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
It jumped right out at you.
It was right there. So I thought, okay. And so I grabbed it because why not, right? And then I got a few other dishware items too because I couldn't.
Yes. Of course.
That one may become a yarn bowl, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Nikki
Yeah.
says it looks like perfect to hang on a spinning wheel to hold fiber, etc. Exactly. I was trying to figure out if I could. I was trying to figure if there was somewhere I could put it here by my table to catch all my threads when I'm sewing.
That's a good idea.
And then I just hung it on my plant stand sitting right here. So
I don't think it's going to make it to your car, is it? I think you should use
no, probably not.
I think that's a good idea. Your threads when you're sewing. I like that idea. Wow. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me too.
I bought a beautiful wooden cribbage board. I've been wanting to get a cribbage board for a few years, but all the ones I see are all plastic. And these are handmade wooden game boards. And yeah, they had a cribbage board, so I bought that. And oh, hold on.
I've always wanted to learn how to play crib. That's something
Well, I used to play it.
Ever
I
played?
used to play it in my 20s and loved it. And I bought this.
Did you? Oh, that was from that plate that we saw the leather bags.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, Gilly, you poor
That's really
thing.
nice.
Yeah. So it's got the belt loop things. I love it. It's leather, made in India.
Very nice.
Yeah. Treated myself.
Well, very good.
Yeah. Gilly, come here.
All right.
He's walking
So-
around with his leash attached.
Oh, Susie, you learned how to add by playing crib. Okay, yeah, I want to play. I have my grandparents' board.
He's a good boy. Come
So-
here.
I just have to, pull it out someday when I have somebody that can teach me how to play. So does anybody else have any dyeing plans for this week or maybe for next weekend now? I know sometimes during the week is kind of tricky, right? I don't know. I'm tossing around the idea of taking up some stuff with me and maybe doing some dyeing at the cottage when I'm on vacation. We'll see. We'll see if that happens or not. I might do it. I might do it over the campfire again, just because I can,
Just for fun.
just for fun,
Thanks, Mark.
to do it. So I think I might just do that.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna dye. So I'm gonna try for ketchup and mustard yarn. Now that I'm
Cool.
trying for something specific, it'll like turn out something. But anyways, I'm gonna try those two colors and see what happens. And
Well,
Susie,
yeah, it's fun to try.
yeah. So Susie, we'll have to see what our experiments turn out like. And if anybody else gives it a try, anybody who's posting the replay, doesn't have to be just this week or weekend, right? Anytime over the month. Tag us and say, I've done ketchup and mustard yarn. Yeah, Anne's not going to die this weekend. Yeah.
Me neither. Almost, but no. It was some hot out there.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that's probably it, right? We're probably can wrap up and carry on knitting, right?
I'm gonna go put my feet up in my chair and chill.
Yeah, you've had a long, busy weekend. Yeah, you need to sit and stitch, right? Oh my gosh, look at that, Nikki. Gonna plan to dye a sweater quantity of cotton, another center point popover.
Yeah.
That's amazing if you like this so well. That really is good. I've got my just like a gauge swatch started. I really need to start working on that. Maybe at some point. I don't know. I don't know when that's going to happen.
I have like 3 or 4 projects I want to start.
Yeah. Okay. Don't quote me on this. Like, don't hold me to this, but I want to try to finish up a couple of shawls before I really start knitting on a sweater. Because once I start that sweater, I would really like to focus a lot of time on that so I could get it done and wear it.
Yeah.
But
I got 2 different ones I want to do. So
what, sweaters?
2 different sweaters. I got yarn now for my love note, and I have my yarn for my what's it called?
Your fade?
No.
What?
Why do I want to say throwback?
Yeah, that's. Oh, I think
Is
that's
that what
it.
it's called?
I think that's it. Yeah.
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 The yarn that I've had since before pandemic.
Well, maybe that would be more like a September cast on.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
down.
for sure. It's a fall sweater.
Yeah. Okay. Well, lots of plans.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for visiting with us, everybody. This has been lots of fun.
Yeah, thanks. It's been I'm glad we could finally get together.
Yes. Sunday night worked out well, so that was good. All right. Well, we'll be back next weekend, Saturday morning again.
Yepper.
Should be. So have a great knitting week, everybody. Post lots of pictures in the Facebook group. See what you're knitting, what you're dyeing, and have a great week.
Okay. See everybody.
Okay.